Forex Strategy Secrets has been very instrumental in setting me on a path to profitability. In previous platforms and programs that I've used, they have been fairly complicated, extremely expensive, and hard to get help when you need it. And Forex Strategy Secrets has been instrumental in allowing me to access the very individuals that have created the program and pick their brain to such an extent that I now find myself in a position of profitability.
I have discovered that through my personal coaching sessions with Kirk that it has provided greater insight into the application of these various tools, the Launchpad, the Nth Degree. It has given us greater ability to implement the Gladiator Trading Room a lot better, and being a personal bowling coach myself and understanding the need for coaching and how you need to practice these skills and teach the skills. You can't learn it without having someone walk you through the process, and by walking you through that process you will gain a greater understanding a lot faster, a lot quicker than reading it in a book, than to listen to a video, than to do anything else. And it is a very useful tool to enhance your ability to trade Forex.
I've been involved in Forex trading for about 7 months now, so still relatively new. And I first became aware of Forex Strategy Secrets when I came across a video for their Jumpstart trade setup. And I found it very interesting that how they use the indicators, and it worked for me on a few trades. So I decided to investigate a little bit more and go ahead and I purchased a Launchpad, which was relatively inexpensive, so it seemed like low risk to me. It gave me more indicators and a better sense of entry and exit points, and I really started to see some success with it. So I decided to go one step further and go to the Nth Degree. And they're not kidding when they say it's the Nth Degree. It adds indicators. The videos talk about convergence, divergence. They talk about blue light specials, and adding the AO and the MAO with the Hakanashi really made a big difference for me. But the thing that I found helped enhance all the training videos the most was actually participating in Gladiator Trading Room and in the watch list webinars. In most cases, a lot of lights went off in my head based on what I'd seen in the videos when I see what they were preaching, practiced in the trading room and on the watch list webinars. It's really got me confident as to my trading, and my results have gone up significantly. I have no problem giving high recommendations to Jed and Kirk. They do a wonderful job, and they seem to know how to relay all the information very nicely. So thanks for listening.
The one-on-one coaching with both Kirk and Jed, I've coached with each of them, and for me it was a pivotal change in my trading style. With everything else that I've learned, the Nth Degree, the Jumpstart, everything, it's the trading room, the whole bit, I was doing better, but I was still making mistakes. My profits, I had more profits more often, but they were smaller than my losses. My losses were large. When I made a mistake, I made a big mistake. And I think what the coaching taught me more than anything was patience. Patience and discipline. If you don't have those, you're going to have problems. So they really push and stress the fact that you have to wait for the signals, and the indicators will tell you when to make the trade. And jumping in because you think that the signal's going to come ahead is just not the way to go. So you have to be disciplined and you have to be patient. And they push this, and then they go over all the stuff, and it's always, I guess, a little better, a little reassuring, maybe understand a little better when somebody's actually doing it with you on a one-on-one basis. There's a few extra tips in there that you might pick up on that you skipped over. There is a lot of information in both Launchpad and Nth Degree and everything, and it's kind of hard to read it all, study it all, learn it all, and remember it all every time you're trading. So, with the one-on-one coaching, they really push on the stress on the main parts and get you to make the decisions and analyze them and make sure you analyze them and make sure you analyze them with all of the tools, and then you can make a good decision. And if the tools and indicators are all saying wait for another signal, then you have to sit back and wait. And I wasn't doing that, and I kept jumping in because I was busy and I wanted to leave the computer, so I jumped in so I could leave. And you know, it's better off just wait and come back some other time. And if you missed it, you missed it. You know, that's just the way it is. There's always another trade going on, and that was one thing I got out of the coaching too. There is always another trade, and so being over anxious just doesn't work. So being patient, being disciplined, it was phenomenal. Learning a few other tips. Both Kirk and Jed have different tips. They have different trading styles, and they give them to you all. They give you everything that you need. So it was great. It was well worth the effort and the money spent. It was probably the best investment I made, and I'm extremely happy with the coaching and that. And yeah, it was excellent. Thank you.
When I became an instrument pilot and I then became a flight instructor, you have to trust our instruments as pilots. And with the course, you have to trust the indicators. So if you make the analogy that an indicator is an instrument, then you should get more gains than losses. With my experience, if you're entering into a strong zone all the time, then it's a very, very high probability it's going to be a successful trade. But with zone trading, again, it's all about patience and waiting for it to set up properly.
Do you track your statistics? Do you know where you're at daily, weekly, monthly with your trading?
Right now, I would think it's at about 75% wins to loss.
Wow. And are your wins generally larger than your losses?
Yes.
So
yeah, that was something that was difficult for me, because when I first started trading, I could never really figure out why I would go negative 60 pips, but I could never seem to go positive 60 pips. But that's where the emotion comes into it. Every time I seemed to take a little bit of profit, I thought, oh, I better get out because I'm in profit. But once you get over that and start again to trust your indicators, then that's really carried forward. And now, you know, as I said in the inner circle just yesterday, you know, I did 250 pips while I was sitting in Florida, and that's 2 hours of trading. I got into a few trades early in the morning, went out for the day, and I was able to make quite a few pips.
What is the factor that we bring to the table that you have appreciated most?
In one word, family.
Word.
The biggest thing, you know, that I've referred people to this system, and the question that I'm always asked is, why do the owners, if they're so successful, share their secret? And it is true that trading can be a very lonely existence if you're doing it at home. And by bringing in community and other people, they're helping you to see trades that you might have missed, and vice versa. So that is a very important thing. And number two is, so many of these systems, the owners or the inventors of the system you never see. With Jed and Kirk, they're always in the U.S. trading rooms. They're always there to talk to. And anybody else that they've talked about having success with. So you do have a lot of experience to fall back on if you have any problems. You know, when somebody starts a new career, if they're looking at this as a career path, and it doesn't work out, so say, for instance, people start up their own business, and it doesn't work. They can blame the economy. They can blame public sentiment for the product not being there. The one thing about trading is, if you don't do well, you only have one person to blame, and I think that's yourself. So for me, people that get into trading, they have to realize that they only have themselves to blame and nobody else if it doesn't work.
Hello, my name is Trent. Before I found Forex Strategy Secrets, I have been trying to learn to trade the Forex market on my own. I paper traded for a few months and was not able to even maintain an account at break-even. I then started to read Kirk Norwood's blogs and view his introductory videos. I realized I needed help in understanding this market. Now I am a member and have begun to understand the marketplace better. More importantly, I have begun to understand myself and where I need to grow. I'm gaining confidence in the use of all the great tools that Kirk and Jed Norwood provide. I think the greatest help so far has been participating in the trading room. Each day I'm in the trading room, I learn more on how to be a professional trader. The educational videos that teach the advanced system of the nth degree come to life in the trading room. Also, psychological elements important to successful trading are discussed. For instance, the other day, Jed Norwood reported that he gained over 400 pips trading the yen pairs. But what was very important for me to hear was his trading plan concerning this huge success. His plan is to either not trade the next day or make very conservative trades. In my own practice trading, I have gotten overconfident after big successes and not followed sound trading principles of money management or just plain overtraded. It's also been very inspirational to be among so many skilled traders. I now have hope that I can trade this market live and be consistently profitable. I encourage anyone struggling with the Forex market or someone who is even experienced and doing reasonably well to consider being a member of Forex Strategy Secrets and benefit from the great trading room experience.